He is requesting to join. Because he's also one of the hosts. So we start now. Already 109 have joined. We're going to start. Hello. Sir, can you start now?
Yes, sir. Yes, please start, sir.
Okay. Very good morning to all participants who have assembled through this online Google platform. It's indeed a great pleasure for me, and it's a rare occasion to interact through Google Meet. My thanks to all organizers, program host members, and very special thanks to Association Mutual Fund of India, which is beautifully managing large number of webinars. I'm extremely happy that Mr. Sabzar Ahmed, the key host and coordinator of webinar, has selected our college as one of the venues for this event. But all these became possible only due to wholehearted support and service of colleges from India and across Goa. Thank you very much. The participants will be very happy to know that our college, that is PS RSN College of Arts and Science, Paramagati, Goa, is agreed by NAC among the top most 150 colleges in India since 2018 under National Institute Ranking Framework or NRF and recognized under the UGC Act 2F and 12B. It is indeed a great proud that our college is now on academic map of Goa. As I have got information from the coordinator of webinar, Mr. Sabzar Ahmed, AMFI, who has organized more than 500 webinars across Indian universities and colleges, and have got very good feedback from across Indian universities and colleges. It is indeed a great achievement that a Social Mutual Fund of India, as a single organization in India, and probably the only professional cum academic body in India, which is actively organize such interesting events related to commerce and financial management. But all these became possible only due to wholehearted support and services from the participants from across India. So we should not forget that the brain behind the success of the webinar goes to our great resource person, Sri Suryakant Sharma, a senior consultant of MFI and former Deputy General Manager of Securities and Exchange Board of India. Today's key theme, financial empowerment and career opportunities in financial and securities market, is a very interesting and debated topic. And especially for those people who are interested to know more about financial management. But more importantly, the theme is not only simply confined to commerce and economics, but also it is an interdisciplinary for those who belong to general streams. Let us hope that all the participants who have joined this Zoom platform will enjoy the lecture of Sri Suryakant Sharma ji, who will be highlighting about the prospects of career opportunities for teachers, students, and even common men. We hope that the lectures will create awareness about the savings, investment opportunities, and related issues. Let us hope all the best for a very meaningful and interactive session. Now, our co-convener, Mr. Alex Phillips, Assistant Professor in Economics at PSRSN College of Arts and Science, will assist the program. So over to Mr. Alex Phillips.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, very much audible.
Yeah.
Yes, very much audible.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Mr. Nitin Kamath.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Nitin Kamath, founder and CEO of Zerodha, in review of the budget that was presented the day before yesterday, points out that investors should focus on improving skills and knowledge and build a diversified portfolio for the long term. They should have sensible assets allocation, increase investments, and stick to their plans. Financial literacy has become a new buzzword in the modern era of economic planning. On behalf of PS College, RSN College of Arts and Science, I welcome the resource person of the day, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, sir, Senior Consultant of Association of Mutual Funds of India, and one and all were gathered here for the online webinar on financial empowerment and career opportunities in financial and securities market. Over to you, sir, Professor Badruddin.
Hello. Is it audible? Audible.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Alex. I'm very thankful that Alex has given a very informative presentation about the webinar. Now, I may request our respected principal, Professor Vikas Pisvildekar, sir, for his inaugural speech. If sir is there. Okay. Sorry for that, since our principal has not joined. Again, may I request Mr. Phillips Alex, the assistant professor in economics in our college, to have a brief introduction about the resource person, Mr. Surikant Sharma sir. So over to Mr. Phillips Alex for a brief introduction of our resource person.
Thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible. Yeah. Sir Suryakant Sharma, sir, is a commerce graduate and master's in law with specialization in corporate laws. He is a chartered associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. Shri Suryakant Sharma sir has over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and securities market and has served in a leading financial institution. Thereafter, in Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in Securities Exchange Board of India. Sri Sharma sir joined Securities and Exchange Board of India in 2003 and served there for more than 15 years in different departments of SEBI. Lastly, in addition to other assignments, he was the Director General of Manager in charge of Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI, Northern region for more than 5 years. Sri Sharma is also a member of the working group of NCERT for developing vocational courses on mutual funds for students of 11th and 12th classes. Sri Sharma sir also is a mentor of a few non-governmental organizations working for financial literacy and investor awareness in the country. Under his supervision, more than 15,000 financial literacy and investor awareness programs were conducted across North India, and he himself has addressed as a guest speaker in more than 600 IAPs. After superannuation from SEBI in 2019, he has joined Association of Mutual Funds in India as and the apex body of Mutual Funds of India as senior consultant for North India. With this brief introduction, I now hand over the stage to Professor Badruddin sir. Over to you, sir.
Alex, you are not audible. I finished. Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Since our principal sir has joined, may I request our respected principal, Professor Vikas Pushpalekar sir, for a brief opening speech, and thereafter we will follow the lecture of our resource person, Sri Suryakant Sharma ji. Respected principal sir.
Yeah. Good morning. It really gives me a great pleasure to be part of this national seminar on financial matters organized by PES College in collaboration with Association of Mutual Fund of India. I think if we look today, we are doing savings in terms of bank FDs, life insurance, postal savings, Kisan Vikas Patra. But over the years, the returns from this investment have become lesser and lesser. And therefore, today, there is a need to look at the other investment options which are available from the investment in the securities, maybe in stocks, or in the stocks through the mutual fund route, because over the to 15 years, the money that required to invest can be invested in a small
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir. Principal,
I
sir?
wish. Oh, yeah. Can you hear now? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it's
Yeah. So I wish a full success to this particular seminar, and hope that this talk will definitely give insight regarding how to invest in different forms of investment, and how one can take the advantage. Thank you very much for listening to me patiently.
Thank you very much, sir. Our respected principals, sir, for giving a brief information about mutual fund. Now, the most awaited time has come to welcome our resource person, Shri Surya Kant Sharma, sir. Everybody is waiting for his lecture. So, over to Shri Surya Kant Sharma ji for his very informative lecture.
Thank you, Dr. Badruddin, sir. Respected principal of the college, my dear friend, Mr. Dr. Badruddin, co-coordinator, Mr. Alex Phillips, other faculty members of the college, and all participants. I am very much privileged to be with all of you, principal, sir. Of course, through this platform, but I am planning to come to Goa for a series of programs in Goa, and yours will be the first program in Goa when I join there in Goa. This is my wish and this is my request to Dr. Badruddin. And through Dr. Badruddin, I want your hand-holding for this mission in Goa, because we wish to coordinate and conduct a lot of programs across Goa in next 3-4 months. And I will be very much thankful and grateful to you if you kindly connect Mr. Sabjar through other colleges and university in Goa, so that, because this is purely a general investor awareness program, principal sir. It is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual funds. I want to make it very clear. Of course, this is a program from Association of Mutual Funds in India, which is an apex body of mutual funds in India. But this is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual funds. This is purely an investor awareness program. And since this program is for all the participants, I will request your students, if they wish, they can keep one pen and notebook with them, so that they can note down anything they found new idea or new information, which they can explore through Google and websites. And I will be more than happy, Dr. Badruddin, if more and more questions come from the participants once my session is over. I will be happy to try to answer all those questions which come through chat box, or after, once my session is over, we will make the town hall open. They can ask, they can just raise their hand and ask the question directly as well. Today's topic given to me is financial empowerment and career opportunities in securities market. Dr. Badruddin, you are well aware that security market spectrum is expanding like anything every year in India. You will be happy to note that before pandemic, there were hardly less than 2 crore demat accounts in India. Now that number has crossed to 10 crores. It's a miracle. It is not less than a miracle that within a span of 3-4 years, this phenomenal increase in demat accounts is there. And so is the investment in mutual funds. You might remember before 5 years, the total AMU under mutual fund was less than 10 crores, 10 lakhs crores. Now it had literally crossed 40 lakhs crores of rupees in a span of 3 to 4 years. Because of the obvious reason that more and more citizens are now keen to invest through security market for their betterment and for better return on their investments. But before I speak on the financial empowerment, Dr. Badruddin sir, kindly permit me to speak for next 6 minutes on financial career opportunities in security market. As I just mentioned, security market is expanding like anything with a speed which we can't even dream. And definitely when expansion is there, when more and more people are investing in the security market, definitely security market will need lakhs and lakhs of young professionals like your students and participants. And security market has got plenty of jobs available to all of you. I invite all of you, those who are job seekers. Of course, now the trend is changed, and Dr. Philip, you will agree with me. Now a good number of people want to be job giver, not job seekers. But those who wish to join job or service at the initial stage, security market invites all of you to join the bandwagon of security market. And security market is well rewarding. Please understand it. Not only from career perspective, but also from remuneration perspective. From both perspectives, security market rewards the people like anything. But a precondition is here. And that is, you will have to equip yourself for joining security market. Normal BCom, BA, MCom, MBA degree will not do. You will have to specialize in security market courses. And for that, for your kind information, I just to mention all of you, kindly note down the name National Institute of Securities Market, NISM. National Institute of Securities Market. NISM has been promoted by SEBI. And you will be happy to know that SEBI has invested more than 400 crores of rupees for upskilling of the general professionals to be able to join security market. And my dear friends, Mr. Aniket, SEBI has, NISM has conceptualized lot of online and offline programs, short-term programs, long-term programs, regular programs, offline programs, online programs. So I will request all your participants, particularly young ones, those who wish to join security market, please visit website of NISM. Go through the courses which are being offered by NISM. Select a few courses which you feel you can, you are more interested and keen to do and complete. Do those courses, and most of the courses are capsulized courses only, short-term courses only, and that too of online courses only. And those courses will equip you to join security market, because plenty of jobs are available in security market. Not only in SEBI as a regulator, in SEBI itself, we are recruiting almost 200 officers every alternate years. But this is a very small number, I do appreciate. But beyond SEBI, exchanges are there, NSE, BSE, MCX, NCDX. Then apart from exchanges, depositories are there, NSDL, CSDL. Then credit rating agencies are there. Then mutual funds are there. Mutual funds will recruit lakhs of people, or rather engage lakhs of people, not only in direct employment in mutual funds, but also through a chain of mutual fund distributorship. Then other entities are also there, registered to the issue, big brokers, foreign financial institutions, a long list of institutions I can give you. which would be recruiting lakhs of people in the next 5 or to 10 years. But again, I request, normal degree will not do. You will have to equip yourself. You will have to see that you are up to their expectation. Because Dr. Badruddin sir, you will agree with me, now there is a concern. Job seekers and young people say they don't get job. But the corporate and big entities say they don't find suitable people for them to join. So there is some gap. And that gap has to be filled. And the major role of that filling of that gap, Dr. Alex Phillips, is yours. That is faculty members. Please keep upgrading the skill of your students constantly to make them employable in the big institutions, particularly in security market I'm talking about. So please do join. And one more thing I want to mention here, that if some of your students wish to remain in Goa only, I will work in Goa only, I will have a career in Goa only, then one good career opportunity is for you. That is mutual fund distributorship. It's a growing trend, my dear friends. Lakhs of people are joining mutual fund distributorship every year by passing the mutual fund distributorship program. So, if you plan to remain in your local area, in Goa only, and wish to make a career out of the local soil only, then mutual fund distributor, just like LIC agents, you might insurance agents. This is a growing breed of professionals who are joining this bandwagon, and they are earning very well. Of course, next 5 years are going to be very tough, and you have to put extra efforts for that. But once you stabilize your clientele, once you increase your scale up your clientele, you will have regular stream of income out of it. So please do consider mutual fund distributorship as well, if you are interested to remain in Goa only. Then I come to the main topic today, financial empowerment. And Badruddin sir, I am very thankful to you that you have thought of organizing this program in your college again. Financial empowerment, my dear friends, simply means that I should have money when I need it. This is to me a financial empowerment, simply speaking. I will need money not only for my basic needs. I will need money not only for my comfort. I will need money not only for my luxuries. I will need money not only for my family obligations and social obligations. I will also need money to enjoy the life. And for all these things, my dear friends, we will need money. This is a fact of our life, that without money, we are nothing. Honestly speaking, we can't even live. Everyday life also, we need money. So please do understand the importance of money right from the day you start earning. And money will not be flowing to us without effort. There may be a few exceptions who might win lottery or win a good amount in KBC, Amitabh Bachchan KBC show, or maybe some other options. But majority of us, rather all of us, will have to work very hard for having reasonable money in our life. It is a fact of our life. So you have to be prepared to work hard for management of money. And once you are efficient in managing your money, I can assure you that you will have reasonable money in your life. You will have least problem as far as finance is concerned. And from where we get money, my dear friends? Those who are salary class person, they get their salary monthly, regular income through employment. And those who are business, they get business profit, business income. And those who are in profession also get professional fee. That is their source of income. So whatever we do, Maybe we do, maybe we a service class person, maybe a businessman, maybe a professional. We will definitely earn money. And Badruddin sir knows it very well. He is a seasoned professor. That whatever money we earn, we Indians have a typical habit that is in our blood, that we will not try to, we will seriously try to take away some money out of our regular income. Everybody, every family tries, because that is in our blood. And the money which we don't spend out of regular income, my dear friends, we normally call it savings. And we are all savers. We are still one of the best savers in the world. So you will also be saver when you start earning. But second thing is, we should not stop at saving only. Principal Sahab was very right when he mentioned about the importance of saving in our life. But my dear friends, I want to take you forward. Saving is the first step. And saving is not going to serve the purpose for which savings are made. It might look contradictory. But saving is the first step and the most important step, because without saving, what you will do? So you have to save. And I wish to request all your young participants, Principal Sir, through you, please do start saving right from the first month when you start earning. And don't shy. Don't feel that wherever I have very meager salary, if I save 500 rupees or 1000 rupees, what difference it will make? My dear participants, your saving of 500 rupees or 1000 rupees per month is going to make a big difference, because down the line, after 15-20 years, this 500 or 1000 rupees will become lakhs of rupees. So start saving right from the first month when you start saving. Even a small amount will do. But make it a habit. Make it a commitment. Make it a promise that I will save some amount out of my salary every month. Of course, initially our income or salary may not be much. But that will not deter you, and that should not deter you from saving a small amount right from the first month. Then what we do with the savings we were talking, we must put our savings through a process into some assets or in some financial instrument. And the process of putting your saving into some assets or in some financial instrument, my dear friends, it is called investment. So saving is the first step, and equally important is your investment. You have to invest your savings. Because, my dear friends, if you save and don't invest, then better not to save. Enjoy with your money. So you should not only be saver, but you should have to be investor. Why? Because the purpose is very simple, Principal Sir. Only through investment, my money will make money for me. Only through investment, not through saving. Because if we save and we don't invest, our value of money will diminish, will decrease. The currency will be same, but the value of the currency will keep increasing over a period of time because of inflation. That is why we have necessarily to be investor. So please make it a point that you are not only investor, not only saver, but you are also investors. And you will all be investors. Your faculty, Badruddin sir, will agree with me that those who are already earning must be putting their money in one or other product. Where you must be putting your product. One product or other product is a different thing. But we are putting our savings into one or other product. We are all investors, and the students will also be investors once they start earning after saving. But unfortunately, Principal Sir, I don't know whether you will agree with me or not, but Badruddin sir knows it very well. Unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person, despite their sincere efforts in saving and investment, they just remain money accumulators in their life. They don't become wealth creators. I am using two words here, my dear friends. One is money accumulator and the other is other is wealth creators. And you might not be agreeing with me. Most of middle class salary people sometimes don't agree with me. What they say? I am not money accumulator, my colleagues might be. I am not an accumulator, my friends might be. But unfortunately, most of our friends are money accumulator. Most of the middle class, salary class person are money accumulator only. They don't become wealth creators. And Badruddin sir, unless and until we create wealth, we will not be prosper. The equation is very simple and direct. For prosperity, we have to create wealth. And that will come only through investment. And what is wealth creation? Simply speaking, again, my friends, my money should also earn money for me. One source of earning for me would be my salary, which I will be getting from my employer. But the other and important source of your income of your money, principal sir, should be to see that your money also earn money for you. And down the line, after 10, 15 years, my dear friends, a time will come. Definitely it will come. If you have been consistent in saving and investment, a time will come when your money will earn more than what you will earn through your salary. And that has to be. Because that's the only purpose of investment. That down the line, after 10, 15, 20 years, your money which you have saved over a period of time and have invested would be earning more money for you than your regular salary. That is possible, that is practical, that will be happening. Again, providing you are regular saver and you are a regular investor and investing in the best product available in the market. So I was talking about the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. My dear friends, for that, I just take an example to make you understand what is the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. And for that, I wish to take the name of Mr. Alex, who is a young professor of economics from Goa College, for this example. Kindly permit me, Mr. Alex, to take your name in this example.
Yes, sir. You can take my name.
Thank you. So nice of you. Suppose Mr. Alex has got 1 lakh rupees with him. Of course, he has got much more money than 1 lakh. But just for example's sake, Mr. Alex, I'm saying that Mr. Alex has got 1 lakh rupees and he goes for a bank FD with a good bank. FD simply means fixed deposit, giving your money to the bank for a particular period. So you go for an FD is also an investment, my dear friend. So Mr. Alex goes for a 1-year bank FD. And the present rate of interest is around 6.5%, 6%. I take it 6% just for example's sake. Mr. Alex goes for 1-year bank FD at the rate of 6%. After 1 year, when his FD matures, Mr. Alex, what you will get? Can you tell me what you will get?
So it will be the FD rate that is applicable, no, sir?
No, that is there. Suppose interest rate is 6%. After 1 year, what you will get?
6,000.
Exactly. You are absolutely right. You will get 6,000 as bank interest income and your 1 lakh rupees will be given back by the bank. And Mr. Alex is very happy. Normally, we all are. He is happy that he has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. But Mr. Alex, you are an economics professor. I just asked you a very simple question. Should you be happy? I don't think you should be happy. Why? Because there are 2 factors which you must keep in mind while analyzing return on your bank FD. The first and important factor, Mr. Alex, is inflation. And inflation, what is inflation, Mr. Alex? Simply speaking, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. And inflation is a part of our life. Every year prices are increasing irrespective of Corona. Of course, during Corona prices have increased like unpredictably high. But normally also, prices of the goods, item and services keep increasing. So last year when Mr. Alex was going for bank FD of his 1 lakh rupees, had he not gone for bank FD and had he purchased some goods, item or services out of 1 lakh rupees, Mr. Alex, just tell me, would it be possible for you to purchase same items, same goods, same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees? Would it be possible, sir?
No, sir, it won't be possible because of
would be-
inflation.
Absolutely, it would not be possible because of inflation. And suppose the inflation rate is 5%, has been 5% during this 1 year of your FD. What does it mean? That after 1 year, for the same goods and same services which Mr. Alex would have purchased at 1 lakh rupees, he would have to pay 1,05,000 rupees because the inflation rate has been 5%. Am I right, sir?
Yes, sir.
So now you see, Mr. Alex was very happy when he earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest. But in reality, my dear participants, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. This is a fact of our life, which we normally do not look at. But we must look at this very important factor, Principal Sir, that out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. And you see, just give a minute. कौन है? हैं? बाद में लेना. Sorry for interruption. So, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, but still, the spirit of Mr. Alex had dampened a bit, but still he is happy, no problem. Let the 5,000 eaten by the inflation. I still have 1,000 with me. No, sir. There is another factor which we must keep in mind. That is taxability of return or income on investment. Most of the investments, barring a very few which we will discuss afterwards, most of the investment, return on investment is taxable and you have to pay income tax, sometime capital gain tax, sometime wealth tax, whatever it might be. So you have to pay tax also. And for FD, my dear friends, the rule is very simple and clear. Whatever you earn as bank interest on bank FD will be treated as your income and you will have to pay income tax as per your slab in which you are falling in. So suppose Mr. Alex is in the 20% bracket of income tax. Then he will have to pay 20% income tax on 6,000 as well. And 20% of 6,000 is 1,200 rupees, Mr. Alex. And now you can't avoid it. Principal sir will agree with me that in our times, the rule was same. But we were well aware, let it be. Who will come from income tax department to collect this tax? Let us avoid it. Most of us had not been including such income in our income tax return. But my dear Mr. Alex, now because of technology, you can't avoid it, because the moment you get 6,000 rupees as bank interest income credited in your bank account, income tax people would be knowing it. Now you can't avoid it. So you will have to pay 20% income tax on this as well. Now you see the proposition, you were very happy when you got 6,000 rupees as bank interest income on your investment as FD. But in reality, my dear friends, out of 6,000, 5,000 eaten by the inflation, and Mr. Alex had to pay 1,200 rupees as income tax as well. Now you see the proposition, Mr. Alex, did you get anything in reality? No. I think your answer will be no. 5,000 plus 200 means 6,200. So literally you got nothing, rather 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. Badruddin sir, this is the practice most of us. Very honest, bluntly speaking.
Yeah, that's more important.
Most of us think in the term what we get, but we don't analyze what is the real return. And the formula of real return is very simple, my dear friends. Real return equal to notional return, that is 6,000, minus inflation, minus tax liability, if any. And in this scenario, we got nothing, rather we lost 200 rupees. I take this example forward. Suppose the interest rate is 8%, suppose. And again, keeping inflation at 5%. So in that scenario, since the interest rate is 8%, you will get 8,000 as in bank interest on your FD of 1 lakh rupees. Again, out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Again, you will have to pay income tax, 20% income tax on 8,000, that is 1,600. But even after factoring in inflation and paying income tax, my dear friends, there remains 1,400. 8,000 minus 5,000 minus 1,600. The balance is 1,400. And my dear friends, this 1,400 is your real return. Please do understand what I want to emphasize here. This 1,400 is your real return. And you have to work hard to see that all your investment get some real return. You must not be satisfied with the notional return, because it is nothing, very honestly speaking. So you have to work hard, you have to see, you have to ensure that all your investment get at least some real return. Maybe 1%, maybe 10%, maybe 20%, a different story. But you must get some real return, because this real return only is going to create wealth for you, not the notional return. And the formula of real return is very simple, my dear friends. Again, if you note it down, real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability, if any. So the first important thing I want to tell all of you, please do think always and make sure that you earn some real return on your majority of investment at least. But what happens, my dear friends, that most of us are not in a position to earn real return on majority of our investments? Why? Why? What is the reason? There must be some reason. Yes, my dear friends, reason is there, and that reason is deep-rooted, and that is in our mind, not somewhere outside principle, sir. The reason lies in our mind only. And what is the reason, my dear friends? Particularly young people must understand what I am saying. Because we have did blunders which you should not do as far as investment success is concerned. That's why we were not successful investors, very obviously speaking. And what is the reason, my dear friends? The reason is that most of the middle class, salary class person, they have a preconceived notion in their mind. Baba, we don't want to take any risk. We don't want to take any risk. So when my session reaches at this stage, there may be 1 or 2 messages in the chat box. Sir, whatever you have told might be right, but tell us something about safe investment. This is a normal reaction of a good number of people is still, even after understanding real return. But my dear friends, I am very blunt with them. There is no safe investment, please mind it. You accept it or not, it is your choice. But honestly speaking, there is no safe investment. In every investment, some degree of risk is always there. Of course, degree of risk will vary from one product to another. But risk will always be. Even in FD, you might not be aware. Even in FD, the 100% guarantee of the government of India in FD is up to 5 lakhs only. Suppose you go for a bank FD of 10 lakhs rupees and your bank fails. The government of India, through some institution, guarantee insurance company, will give you up to 5 lakhs only. Of course, it is rare, but that rules are very clear. You will get only up to 5 lakhs if a bank fails. That is why even in bank FD, risk is there. So what I want to mention here, that there is no safe investment, my dear students. Please do appreciate and accept, because the process of investment journey will start only when you accept that in investment risk is there. And what is risk? Normally speaking, risk is nothing but losing our money or reducing our money. That is the risk. So my dear friends, please do accept that in investment risk is there, but we can manage your risk and we can minimize your risk. Please, yes, this assurance I can give you, that please accept that risk is there, but we can manage your risk, we can minimize your risk. Definitely this we can try sincerely, and most of us would be successful in managing our risk or minimize our risk in investment. How? Very simple two-word formula again. I'm talking in a very simple terms, not using any jargon, using any heavy words. The formula is very simple, two-word formula. If you wish to note it down, but noting down will have no meaning. That has to be practiced. This formula will have to be practiced in your investment journey. And what is the formula? Think, understand, and invest. My dear friends, I have used only two words. Think, understand, and invest. Investment is the ultimate result. So we have to think before making any investment decision. And what we have to think, my dear friends? Two things about ourselves. We have to think about two things about ourselves. The first and most important thing is, what is my risk appetite? How much risk I can take? What is my risk-taking capacity? And for that, my dear friends, every individual has got different risk appetite. Please mind it. Why? Because we have got different salary or income. Our family obligations are different. Some might have very small family and some might have to take care of a big family. And a lot of other factors are there. So you should take your investment decision strictly as per your risk appetite. But here again, we normally do a blunder. Badruddin sir and principal sir might have also done it. But Alex, you must not do it. And what is that blunder? Normally, middle class, salary class person follow others about on investment decision. Normally we do. When Professor Badruddin is making some investment in a product, Mr. Alex knows that Badruddin sir is a very knowledgeable person. He knows everything about the investment. So wherever Mr. Badruddin sir is investing, Mr. Alex will also invest. That's a blunder, my dear friends. I want to warn all of you, because of the simple reason that Badruddin sir has got different risk appetite. Mr. Alex has got different risk appetite. So why Mr. Alex should follow Dr. Badruddin in investment? Not at all. He has to take an independent decision looking at the product from his risk perspective. So please avoid taking investment decision following others. You take your independent investment decision as per your risk appetite. And my dear friends, again, risk factor is not a constant one. It is not a constant one that it will, risk will not be constant throughout your life. No, my dear Mr. Alex, your risk appetite will keep changing, mostly on your age factor. When you are young, you should take risk. You can take higher risk. Why? Because there is still 30-40 years to go, where if something goes wrong in investment, you can rectify and then start doing the correct thing. But when a person like me who has already crossed 60, my dear friend, I don't have that luxury which Mr. Alex has. That is why I keep telling young people, those who are young faculty members and those who are students even, you are very lucky. You are very lucky that you have got time with you. You have got 30-40 years with you to go. So make best use of this time, not only in multiplying your money, but also by taking reasonable risk at the initial stage up to 40-45 years of age. Because after 45-50, your risk-taking capacity will automatically come down. But again, even when you are young, you must take calculated risk only. It should not be a blind risk. Blind risk simply means you don't know anything about the product and you still you're putting your money on the advice of so-called experts or others. Please never go on advice of so-called TV anchors. You might have heard in newspaper last week, SEBI had taken a drastic action on some TV anchors who were recommending some share and they were taking contra position privately. Because suppose they are advising people to sell the share they were purchasing. And if they were saying that purchase those shares, they were selling those shares. So please never follow or never to look at tip or so-called expert advice. You are all educated person. We are living in a Google era. Everything is possible available on the net. Please devote some time. Please devote some time. Start making a habit of reading and understanding the concept of investment product as well. And then make your investment decision according to your risk appetite. Second thing we have to think about is, what is my time horizon of investment? And Mr. Alex, that is equally important. Why? Because we will need money in our life, not in one go, my friends. We will need money at many times, or sometimes huge money we will need for major milestone in our life. So our investment should be tailored in such a fashion that when I need money, I should have money in my hands. Suppose you will be needing 10 lakhs rupees after 10. Mr. Alex, I will take this question afterwards. Or rather, you ask the question first once my session is over. So, time horizon of investment is equally important. My dear friends, suppose you will be needing 5 lakh rupees after 5 years for some major event in your life. But you are investing your money in a product which will give you return or maturity amount after 10 years. Product is very good, but it will be a mismatch. It will be a totally mismatch. Because product is good, it will give return or maturity good amount after 10 years, whereas you need money after 5 years. That is why the importance of time horizon of investment. You should broadly, precisely, of course, it might not be possible, but you should broadly see to it that you invest your money in such a fashion, in such products, which will give you return and maturity amount when you will be needing for some major milestone in your life. That is time horizon of investment. And how it can be done? Yes, my dear friends, it can be done by preparing and drawing a financial plan of yours. Please do try to develop a financial plan of yours. And my dear friends, it's not a rocket science. Very simple thing. Next Sunday, sit with your family, discuss with them what will be major things happening in your life. They may be technically called milestones in your life. Take a paper. On the paper, make 3 columns. First column, second column, and third column. In the first column, you just jot down what are the major milestones in your life. Right from marriage to retirement life. A lot of other things keep happening in between. Higher education of children, marriage of children, construction of house, purchase of vehicle, going on vacation, whatever you do, whatever you think will be the major milestone in your life, put in the first column. In the second column, against each milestone, broadly put the period as an estimate only, not precisely again possible. I do appreciate when they are likely to happen. Suppose somebody says that I am not married, but likely to be married after 2 years. Put it 2 years against marriage. Then birth of the children after 2.5 and 3 years. Then construction of the house around 5 years. Purchase of vehicle around 6-7 years. Going on vacation every 5 years or 10 years, whatever you decide. Then higher education and professional children happening after 25 years of your marriage. Then or 20 years. Then marriage of the children once their education is over. And lastly, living retirement life. I don't know whether the institution is government or private, but even in government now pension is not there. So you will have to develop a huge retirement corpus to lead a normal, comfortable life after retirement. So note down when these milestones will be happening. In the third and important column, start putting the money which you will need for each milestone. Again, estimate only. Suppose somebody says that I will need minimum 5 lakhs for my marriage after 2 years. Put it 5 lakhs against marriage. But it should not be 5 lakhs, my dear friends. Because today you see that 5 lakhs will be okay for your marriage expenses. But when the actual marriage happening after 2 years, because of inflation, it might increase to 5.50 lakhs. So please factor in inflation while putting the money which you will need. 2 important factors I want to discuss with all of you, my dear friends. First is higher education and professional education of children. Every parent, every Indian parent is just passionate to give the best education to their children. Very natural. Suppose today, my dear Mr. Alex, a good MBA degree from a reputed institution costs around 20 lakhs. Around 20 lakhs. But it is today, my dear friends. But your kids will be going for higher education after 20-25 years. Can you ever have thought of what will be the cost of MBA degree after 25 years, my dear friends? The MBA degree which is costing around 20 lakhs today, my dear friends, please mind it what I am saying. It will cost not less than 2 crore rupees for one child because of inflation. And perchance you have got 2 children, so you will need not less than 4 crore rupees only for the higher education of children. Likewise, suppose the age of Alex is around 30. Just for example. Suppose Alex is 30 years old today and he says that his monthly expenses are around 30,000. He is managing his monthly expenses with 30,000. That is today, my dear friend. But when Mr. Alex will retire after 30 years at the age of 60, normal age of retirement is 60. Can you imagine what will be his monthly expenses? What would be his monthly expenses or of the same standard of living, no extravaganza, after 30 years at the age of 60 when he retires? I think Mr. Alex has not given a thought to this factor, but please do it, my dear friends. Mr. Alex is managing his monthly expenses today at 30,000, but after 30 years, for the same standard of living, he will need not less than 2 lakh rupees, my dear friend. He will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month for the same standard of living from where that money will come. Because after retirement, we all know salary credit on the first of the month will not be happening. We will not be getting regular income which we were getting today and from our employer. So you have to create a huge retirement corpus. So please see that you make a financial plan. And if you make a financial plan, Mr. Alex, if your age is 30 today, I want to tell people like you who are young today, even students more than that, a person of the age of 30 years today will need not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees for his or her milestone only. 10 to 12 crore rupees for his or her milestone only. I'm excluding the monthly expenses from 30 years to 60 years. From where this money will come, my dear friends? From where? Mr. Alex was mentioning me and before the program, sir, that I have decided to go to the Amitabh Bachchan show next season, and I will be getting 7.5 crore. Good luck to you, sir. But what about lakhs of others? What about others, my dear friends? We will have to work hard to see that we all have 10 to 12 crore rupees in your life. And now I can give you confidence. You all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees for your milestones, provided, again, very important thing, provided you start working on your savings and putting your saving into the best investment mode, earning maximum real return during the first 20-25 years of your career. You will all have 10 to 12 crore rupees. So please do make a financial plan, because financial plan will make a direction to you. How much money you will need at what time, and your investment you will manage in this manner only. So you will manage your investment in such a manner that whenever you need money, you will have broadly that level of money with you. The second word I had used in the formula think, understand is understand. What we have to understand, my dear friends, we have to understand. We have to understand what is the product where we are investing. How much risk is there in the product, whether I can take that risk or not. Product might be very good, but it should broadly match with my risk appetite. Likewise, the product should match with my time horizon of investment as well. It should match broadly with my time, because suppose the product is giving return or maturing amount after 10 years, I need money after 5 years, product is not good. So you have to understand the characteristics and the basic features of the product where you are investing. And only after broadly matching your risk appetite and time horizon of investment, you should think of investing in that product. One more thing I want to mention here, my dear friend, that is very important, and that is called eighth wonder of the world. That is called eighth wonder of the world. My dear friends, eighth wonder of the world. What is it? Rule of compounding. Rule of compounding is eighth wonder of the world, particularly in the context of investment. We should religiously follow rule of compounding in investment return. And what does it simply mean? In the context of rule in the investment, the rule is very simple. Rule of compounding simply means you have to make a promise or commitment with yourself, not to others, with yourself only. And what will be a promise? Whenever and whatever return or income I will get on my investment. Definitely when you will invest, you will get return or income, whatever it might be, you call it. Whenever and whatever return I will get on my investment, I will never use that income or return for my personal consumption. What I will simply do, I will simply club that return with my regular investment, which I am making, and reinvest it. Whether I get 500 rupees, whether I get 5,000 rupees, whether I get 5 lakhs rupees, promise is the same. I will not use that return or income for my personal consumption. I will simply club that return or income with my regular income and reinvest it. This is also called growth option. There are basically broadly two categories of options available for investment return. One is dividend option, means whatever income I get on annual basis, get back it and consume it or spend it. Growth option is whatever income you earn on your investment is not given to you. It is reinvested automatically. So next year, second year, you earned return not only on your principal amount, but also on the return which you generated in the first year. So please do religiously follow. Please do religiously follow rule of compounding in your investment, and you make a promise that you will never use that return for your person. And my dear friends, it's not easy, I know. Saying yes is very damn easy, but practicing this is very difficult. Why? Because down the line, after 10-15 years, when you will earn 5 lakhs rupees, suppose, on an investment, definitely you will, after 5-10 years. Then your whole family will be behind you. Enjoy this money. Go on vacation. Have some big thing in your life. No, you have to be very clear. Very clear. This is not meant for my consumption. This is meant only for reinvestment. And this I will follow for next 15-20 years. If you follow it, and you have to follow it, my dear friends, there is no option of it. Please do understand it. You have to follow it. But if you follow, you will be happily surprised that down the line, after 10, 15, 25 years, your money has multiplied like anything. Your return portion has become much bigger than your original investment. But my dear friends, it's not going to happen today. Please mind it. It's not going to happen today or down in 1 or 2 or 5 years. It will keep happening after 10, 15, 20 years. So please do religiously follow rule of compounding. So far what we have discussed is importance of regular and consistent saving. Keep increasing your saving every year with the increase in your income. Invest your saving into the best available product. When you are young, you must take risk, but risk has to be calculated. It should not be blind risk, and you can manage your risk by looking at your investment regularly. Think, understand, and invest. Then make a financial plan of your milestones. And lastly, rule of compounding. So these are the basic things we must understand and appreciate to make our investment successful, to be a successful investor. These are very basic things, but very important. Now, last 10-15 minutes, my dear friends, we will discuss where we can invest. That is equally important, that we must know what are the products available in the market where we can invest. And more so in the context of middle class, salary class person. The first category of products, my dear friends, is governmental small saving schemes. Governmental small saving schemes. Governmental small saving schemes. Government of India has devised some very good scheme, small saving scheme for middle class, salary class person. The first one is Public Provident Fund account. Mr. Alex, are you there? The first is government Public Provident Fund account. My dear friends, This is a very good scheme of the government of India. And I appreciate if at least the young faculty members like Mr. Alex must have subscribed to this PPF account. And Mr. Alex, if you have not done it, please at least open a PPF account, not only in your name, but also in your spouse's name as well, if you are married, and even kids' name. Public Provident Fund account is a Government of India scheme being operated by the major branches of the banks and post offices. The scheme will run for 15 years initially, but it can be extended beyond 15 years for another 5-year term, another 5-year term, another 5-year term, and so on. Minimum amount you can deposit in the PPF account, my dear friend, is only minimum amount is 500 rupees in a year, and maximum amount you can deposit is 1.50 lakhs. And whatever your contribution, that is allowable as deduction under section 80C till you are with the old pension or old income tax system. And even today, Government of India is giving 7.10% interest. But the beauty of this thing is there is no tax at all. It is called EEE scheme, exempt, exempt, exempt. No tax at any level. So those who are interested to develop a reasonable corpus for their milestone after 15, 20, 25 years with 100% safety, with reasonable return, PPF looks to be a better proposition for them without risk. The beauty of such all Government of India scheme is no risk is there. So the first is Public Provident Fund account. Now, second one is, of course, I don't have time to go into detail of each and every scheme. So I will just mention the name. Those who are interested can go and get the details from Google and website. Second one is National Saving Certificate, NSC, National Saving Certificate. Third one is Kisan Vikas Patra, which Principal Sir also mentioned. Fourth one is RBI bonds, taxable bonds and tax-free bonds. Fifth one is government securities. Government securities. And for that, to make it happen for middle class, salary class person, Government of India, RBI has recently started a website for that, RBI Retail Direct. RBI Retail Direct. Then another scheme is debenture and bonds of the Government of India entities, National Highway Authorities, Railways, ONGC, Indian Oil Corporation, NTPC, Coal India, big names, who regularly get loan from the public by issuance of debenture and bonds. You can invest your hard-earned money in those bonds and debenture as well. In September, October, NHAI had come with a bond for 15 years, having yield of 8.30%. And last one is Government of India had developed a channel, Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2, where you can also invest. So all these schemes are under the umbrella of governmental small saving schemes. And the beauty of these schemes are no risk at all. Whatever government has promised you, that return or interest will be given to you. And when the scheme matures, you will also get maturity amount without any risk. Of course, the return might not be extraordinary, definitely. Returns might be reasonable, but still it will give you a safety valve, a safety net without any risk. And I personally feel a normal middle class, salary class person should invest around 15 to 20% of their total investment is governmental small saving scheme. One more scheme is there, and that particularly for the girl child. And my dear participants, if you have a girl child in the family, whose age is below 10. These two conditions. This is a special scheme only for girl child. If you have a girl child at your home whose age is below 10, then you should open her account in the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, very good scheme of the government of India, where minimum 250 rupees per month, maximum 1.50 lakhs per year. This scheme is for 21 years. And government of India has promised that they will give maximum interest under this scheme among all the governmental schemes. So please do consider opening a girl child account in your family under Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Now, beyond governmental small saving scheme, other investment products are also available, definitely available. But now all has got risk. Please mind it. All has got risk. Degree of risk might vary from lower degree to moderate degree to high risk, but risk is there. The second product where you can invest your hard-earned money is real estate and properties. You know better about the real estate and properties. I don't want to go into the detail, but again, risk is there. And then for investment in real estate and properties, you will need huge money. So I leave it to you to decide how much you wish to invest in real estate and property. Third product is gold. Yes, Dr. Nandagopal sir, I was coming on the gold and you have been a little bit faster than me. Gold has historically been treated as an investment option by middle class, salary class person, my dear friend. But you appreciate or not, Mr. Nandagopal sir, gold is literally a dead investment in the sense that most of the middle class, salary class person do purchase gold through jewelry, but we hardly sell it. Hardly sell it. Rarely we sell it. But our female members of the family have got passion about the gold and jewelry. That is also there. That is also there. Coming on this, Mr. Ramachandra, that is also there. So gold has historically been a safety valve for the middle class, salary class person. But you might not be aware, Mr. Nandagopal and all participants, we have to purchase tons of gold every month, every year from other countries where gold mines are there, because we hardly have gold mines here. So we have to purchase because demand is there. And since we are purchasing tons of gold every year, Government of India has to pay billions of dollars every year, precious foreign exchange on purchase of gold. So my dear friend, please mind it. Now Government of India has come out with a unique scheme in gold that is called Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. SOVEREIGN, Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. My dear friends, it's a very good scheme of the Government of India. First, mind it is a government scheme, no private. Secondly, this scheme is operated not by the Government of India directly. It is being operated by the major branches, major banks and post offices even, and RBI. And the purpose of this scheme is that Indian citizens should not unnecessarily keep gold at home in physical form or just keep it in locker. Instead of that, they should purchase gold in paper form of the Government of India. The scheme is run for 8 years, mind it, 8 years. And suppose there are two benefits available under this scheme if you invest in Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. But before coming to the benefits, I come to the minimum amount you can invest in gold. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme is 1 gram gold price, which is determined by the government and which is broadly in the prevalent market price. maximum amount you can invest in 4 kg gold. 4 kg, up to 4 kg gold you can invest in this scheme. And government keep issuing scheme in a different tranche. Last tranche was closed on 23rd December, but next tranche is likely to come very soon. Every 2-3 months, government keep issuing new tranche, and that will be as per the existing gold price. Suppose you invest 1 lakh rupees, there will be 2 benefits under this scheme. First benefit, my dear friend, is you will get 2.5% annual return on your investment under this scheme. If you have invested 1 lakh rupees, which simply means 2,500 rupees you will earn as interest for next 8 years, which is the tenure of the scheme. Every year 2,500. But this is not the only benefit, my dear friend. Bigger benefit is also there. Second and bigger benefit is, suppose today gold price in this scheme is 50,000 10 grams. Suppose, just for example, after 8 years, the gold price increases to 80,000 10 grams. Because gold is increasing like anything we all know. There is hardly any possibility gold is coming down now. Suppose after 8 years, the gold price is 80,000 10 grams. Then after 8 years, Government of India will give you 80,000, will return you 80,000. 2 benefits: guaranteed assured 2.5% annual interest, plus whatever appreciation is there in the gold price will also be given back to you. So, my dear friends, those who are not in a position to keep gold in physical format, better you should not be now. You should invest in sovereign gold bond scheme. Very good scheme of the Government of India. And here again, no gold will be given. There will one certificate, sovereign certificate will be given to you that you have invested so much of money under this scheme. And if you remain invested in throughout the tenure of the scheme, that is 8 years, your tax liability will also be very low, relatively very low. So please do understand, my dear friend, that sovereign gold bond is a very good proposition for those who wish to invest in gold scheme, and that too guaranteed and by the Government of India. Last option where we can invest is security market or share bazaar. But Mr. Alex, when I start talking about the share market, there might be some message in the chat box. Sir, it is a share speculation. Don't talk much about it. Yes, my dear, it is a fact. In share market, speculation is a norm of the market. But there is no speculation, my dear friend. In property also there is a speculation. In gold also there are speculation. In property also risk is there. In gold also risk is there. But equally in share market as well, risk is there. Why? Because, my dear friends, please do accept, in share market, it is purely knowledge-based market. And my dear friends, those who don't have knowledge of the share market, please don't invest a single penny on the advice of others. If you don't have knowledge, because it is purely knowledge-based market. Of course, risk is there, but it is purely knowledge-based market. Those who don't have knowledge, my opinion is very simple. My advice is very simple to all of you. Those who don't have knowledge of the market, you should not invest in the market directly. Directly, there are 2 ways basically. One is through IPO, when a new company issues public to the share, and another is in the secondary market. You can go and purchase share of any company at the prevailing price of the share. But there is an indirect way of investing into share market only also. That is called mutual funds. And my dear friends, now a majority of the youngsters particularly, not only have keen interest in mutual funds. A majority of them have started investing in mutual funds. And it is a positive sign for Indians, for India's Indian economy, that we are contributing our savings for the welfare, for the growth of the country. So mutual fund is an indirect way of investing. How it is indirect way? Because, my dear friend, you are not directly investing, mind it. You are giving your money to the experts. Why you are giving? Naturally, you will ask me why I should give my money to the experts. Because of 2-3 reasons. First and foremost is, I don't have knowledge of the market, but those experts have got knowledge of the market. They are experts of the market. That is why they have got much better knowledge than me. Second is, I don't have time, but they have 24 hours to live in the market. Thirdly, I invest in the share market because I don't have experience, but they have plenty of experience in the security market. Because of these reasons, a majority of the Indian, particularly professionals, young professionals, have started investing in mutual fund. And what is mutual fund? Is simply speaking, my dear friends, it is nothing but a proposition where a person is giving her savings to the experts with the clear understanding that I am giving your money to you, invest my money as per your knowledge, as per your experience, as per your expertise, and generate maximum return for me and give back to me after deducting your expenses. And these expenses are strongly regulated by SEBI. So please mind it, mutual fund is a product duly strongly regulated by SEBI. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It is a product which is strongly regulated by SEBI. But there is no guarantee. Please mind it. If somebody says that there is a guarantee, he is befooling you. He is not telling you the truth. So in mutual fund, you are giving your money to the experts with expectation to generate high return and give back to you. The beauty of mutual fund is, in mutual fund, my dear friends, schemes are available as per individual risk appetite. Those who can take very high risk, mutual fund schemes are available in the form of equity funds. Those who wish to take reasonable return, mutual fund schemes are available in the form of hybrid funds. Those who wish to take minimum risk, debt funds are available in the mutual fund. So as per your risk appetite, you can decide in which scheme you want to invest. Likewise, time horizon wise also mutual fund schemes are available. If you want to invest even for one night, that is called overnight funds, you can invest in mutual fund. If you want to invest for a very short period of 1 week, 1 month, liquid funds are available. If you want to invest for 3 months or 6 months, ultra short-term debt funds are available. If you want to invest for short-term period, 1 year to 3 years, short-term debt funds are available. If you want to invest more than 3 years, then normal debt funds and equity funds are available. So as per your risk appetite, as per your time horizon of investment, different mutual fund schemes are available. You have to choose the scheme. That's the only effort you have to make. Then other things will be taken care of by the experts or the scheme in which you have invested. The best way of investing in mutual fund for a middle class, salary class person, my dear friend, is SIP, systematic investment plan. SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person. We can start investing a very small amount of 500 rupees through SIP in a scheme as per your risk appetite or time horizon of investment. Minimum amount you can invest is 500 rupees. Maximum there is no limit. And you can SIP is simply a recurring account. In recurring account of bank, you might have opened, every month you are depositing some amount. Here also, you can invest a particular amount every month or not only every month, every week, even every fortnight, every quarter, what is your, whatever your comfort is, that flexibility is also there. So you can start SIP. And my dear friends, I will request even your students, they should start an SIP of minimum amount of 500 rupees if they are a first time investor in a good index fund or a large cap out of their pocket money. 500 is not a big amount nowadays, even for the student. And my dear my dear participants who are Muslim participants here, there is a uniqueness in mutual fund schemes. Some schemes are there, my dear friends, where your money will be invested as per Shariat law. So those Muslim brothers who are here as participants and wish to invest strictly as per Shariat law in mutual fund, that facility is also available. So SIP is a magic for all of you. Start SIP as early as you can and continue with the SIP for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. And my dear friends, I know a lot of my friends who have got not one SIP, but multiple SIP. And those are all target-oriented SIP. One SIP for purchase of house for after 5 years. Another SIP for going on vacation after 5 or 6 years. Third SIP for purchase of vehicle after 3 years. Fourth SIP for higher education of children happening after 25 years. You have started accumulating money for higher education of children right today. Fifth SIP might be for the marriage of children. And last and most important SIP for your retirement life, developing a retirement corpus. So you can have a multiple SIP. So please think of starting SIP right from the in this month, but don't be in hurry. And don't start SIP on my advice. Spend some time. Understand the concept of what mutual fund is, how it works, how it generates returns, what is SIP. Then you should start thinking of investing in mutual fund through SIP. I can share you 4 or 5 good websites which are available. Please note it down. But these are not the only website. Thousands of other websites are there. The first and foremost is Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. Mutual Fund Sahi Hai is a website developed by MFI where you will get a lot of material to read on the mutual fund and their schemes. Then others are private websites. I am not marketing them, but I find sometimes some good material is available also on them. That is why I am just mentioning their name. Second one is Value Research, where you will get a lot of material. Third one is ET Money. And fourth one and last one is Money Control. But again, I tell you, hundreds, thousands of other websites are available where you can get the material. Please devote some time. Please be an informed investor. Don't be in a hurry and don't invest your hard-earned money on the advice of others. Take your call. But before taking a call, be an informed investor. Understand the concept of mutual fund, schemes, and SIP and all these things. Last 2 things, of course, mutual fund is a very big subject. Next time, if Badruddin sir give me time, we will discuss on mutual fund for minimum 2 hours. We can talk about mutual funds next time, whenever it is possible. Last 2 things I want to tell, my dear friends, to all of you. First one, there is a problem in India, rather menace I will term them, where a lot of so-called fraud people coming in the market, promising you doubling your money in 3 or 4 years, giving you handsome return, this and that incentive. They're all frauds, and those are called Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. You might have heard big names, Sahara, Sarda, PACL, hundreds of names are there, and you might not be aware. More than 10 lakhs of rupees, more than 10 lakhs of rupees of Indian citizens have been lost in such bogus schemes. So my dear friends, Never, never, never invest your hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committee on the promise of getting higher return or doubling your money. It will never happen. Rest assured, I can give you guarantee it will never happen. But people do invest in such bogus scheme. Why? Because of greed. Control your greed. Discipline your greed. You will make money in investment, but not today, not in a shorter period. It's a time, my dear friends. It will take time. In making money through investment is a process. Mind it, it is not an event. Pushing a button and you are rich. No, it will not be going to happen. You have to work hard throughout your life, managing your money. And you can do. You are all educated person. You can do. But it is a process. Lifelong process. So never, never invest your hard-earned money. And Badruddin sir,
Yes, sir.
I request you and your faculty members and principal sir, try to make as much people aware around you, and particularly those who are not so-called educated person, your milk vendor, your rickshaw wala, your taxi driver, your grocery shop owner. Try to make them understand they must not, never, never invest in hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. If they don't have knowledge, let it be. They should put their money in bank and post offices. At least their money will be safe. Khurana Sahab ko namaskar. And I am very happy. I am very happy that a few of my old friends have also joined today. So last thing I want to tell all of you is, Badruddin sir, Mr. Alex is there. Mr. Alex? Badruddin sir is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last thing I want to tell through you to all the participants. Principal sir, prosperity is your right. It is not a luck. It is 100% our right to be prosper. And sir, it is not a luck. We should not rely on luck. We should work hard regularly, consistently for making our investment successful. And we all can be successful. We all can be prosper, provided we start working on our savings and investment right from the month we start earning. And my dear friend, some of us might have born into a poor family. It might have been a case. Birth in a poor family, Mr. Aniket, is not a curse at all. Please mind it. Forget about this curse. But living as poor and die as a poor is a curse. And principal sir, we can all take care of this curse by managing our money right from the day we start earning. And I pray Almighty that you all will be prosper. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, Suryakant sir, for that very informative session. Really a very nice session covering various themes regarding
Thank you, sir.
financial.
Thank you very much. Your lecture. Let me have a brief comment what you have presented at 1.5. I just want to share my experience about the presentations. Well planned, very informative, knowledgeable, and beautifully managed. It's definitely an inspiration not only for professionals and teachers, but also for those who belong to generals. Your lecture about financial empowerment and risk related to security markets are well taken. Your meaningful lectures on important financial terminologies and applications like mutual funds, means of investment, savings, growth of income, financial avenues for students and teachers, outcomes of FDs, analysis of inflation, price index, income tax applications, and means of return are really noteworthy. Besides, sir, you have also highlighted about how middle class people should make investment plan through banks by duly considering credibility of investment companies, risk factor, methods of investment, independent investment, means of calculating risk, retirement plans, then rule of compounding, appreciations, savings, risk factor schemes, and small schemes like PPF, NSC, Kisan Vikas Patra, bonds, government securities, girl child scheme like Sukanya, gold bond schemes, equity funds, are recurring SIPs. First remark, please make habit of making a meaningful investment and be happy in life is a real and very catching one. After all, any financial plan should be rational, thought-provocative, calculative, and corrective measures to avoid risk in future. Sir, you have also informed about some fraud schemes like chit funds. In fact, the investor should be thorough enough and have good knowledge before any investment. In fact, you have meticulously highlighted various pros and cons of career opportunities in risk market securities. I am very, very sure that the participants will be duly happy and will try to explore about the valuable suggestions for needful information. Thank you very much. I really thanks to Sharma sir for a very, very informative lecture. Thank you very much. Now it is up to Sabzar sir, whether it's open for
Thank you,
question or
Badruddin sir.
session.
Badruddin sir, I will be
Now the
happy.
session is open for question hour with due permission.
Badruddin sir, I will be happy if the honorable principal who
Yes,
is
sir.
with us, if he can also give his opinion about the session. Honorable principal.
Some problem of some connectivity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are on mute now.
I don't know whether sir is there or
Yeah.
not.
He there and he has unmuted himself.
It was very nice. Almost you spoke for more than 1.5 hours. And I think all of us, not only the young people, even those who are in the service, in the middle age, the verge of retirement, they have to also think on investment and all those schemes which you have spoken about. Personally, since I take interest in all these financial things and I do invest in many of the instruments that you have spoken about, I think our youngsters should look into this more seriously. All those young people who start their career at the age of about 21, 22, 23, and if they can invest in all these instrument which you have spoken about, rather than keeping only money in bank FDs or postal savings, in long run, I think they will create a capital which will help them in creating the assets in the form of house or flats, or for their marriages, or for the children's education, or for going to the outing outside India. I think one can think really in terms of looking at securities, maybe the stocks, maybe the bonds, maybe the mutual fund. I felt that the mutual fund is one of the best way of investing, because the average return can be over a period of 5 to 10 years will be more than 10 to 15%. If you just take a little risk and look at what are the mutual funds in which you are investing, and in that case, I think the small amount which are invested through SIPs will definitely give a lot of money to young people. And we should make awareness, as you have said, not only for the salaried people and business people, but also people like street vendors who are selling the vegetables, who are running the small tea stalls, or who are doing day-to-day businesses. If they are also made aware that a small savings, if they can make it in different instrument like mutual funds, bonds, the reasonable the returns where you are getting in the investment, which are being promoted by or backed by the government of India, I think we can really think of making all of us can make a wealth, and all of us can live happily, and we will not have any problem. I should say I should be very thankful to you, sir, because you almost spoken for 1.5 hours. And as you have said, when you visit physically, we can explore more ideas of conducting such programs in Goa, because it is on virtual online mode. The participant may not be more, but still I felt that because it was all India, more and more people have also joined, not from Goa, but also from other parts of the country. And your information that you have shared, your knowledge that you have got in the banking and in this investment of last 45 years will definitely help people in understanding and doing businesses in this way. I'm very happy, and I congratulate my Department of Political Science, Professor Badruddin, Mr. Alex, Mr. Aniket for doing this program, and thankful to each and everyone, because we have got more than 100 people who participated in this particular program. I'm really thankful to all those more than 100 people who must have got some idea how to do investment, how to save money from your talk of about 1.5 hours. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Niket, we can now take questions. Anybody?
Yes, sir. If any questions are there, you can kindly drop those questions in the chat box.
In the chat box, or anybody can
Even
just,
here, even directly through.
Directly they can raise their hand. We will unmute them.
No problem, sir.
Some hands were raised during the session. I will request all of them, please now come out and ask the question. Mr. Alex, you had one question.
Sir, I think the question by... Sir, there is one question.
Yeah.
In the chat box.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Dr. Guneshwar Deka speaking from Assam.
Okay.
So you are actually excellent in the presentations of this topic. We are very much benefited. This is actually inspirational lecture. But sir, when we talk about the investment, but there is a question. I have also simple question in mind about the guarantee of money, because so many cyber insecurity is there. So there is always doubt for the guarantee of money when we invest our money. So please, sir, clear this doubt.
My dear Mr. Guneshwar. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for asking this question. My dear, there is no guarantee I had mentioned in the beginning itself, because we have a mindset that we will invest only when there is 100% guarantee. But Mr. Alex and Dr. Badruddin sir will agree with me that there is a basic economics rule. More risk, more reward. If you take more risk, then there is a possibility of more reward, no guarantee at all. Please mind it. But the probability increases.
Yes.
Probability of return, as far as frauds are concerned, the only thing we can do is we have to be alert. We can do a separate program on frauds and all these things. But the simple request I want to make all the participants, please be alert while clicking any message or any link, and never go on any unauthorized websites for any purchase or transactions.
Yeah.
You have to go only on the authorized websites. That is @http:// and then 2 point. Because unauthorized fraudsters are there. They will always be there. But if we are alert, if we are aware, then there is least chance of fraud with us. As far as mutual funds are concerned, I can tell you, my dear friends, there can never be a fraud, in the sense that whenever your invested money is there, next same evening you will get the message that this much of money we have received and this much of unit in the scheme has been allotted. And when you get redemption, when you get your money, that will be 100% in your bank account only, which you have shared with the mutual fund. Your money cannot go to the other bank account. Rest assured, never. It will go only to the bank account where you have given details. So as far as mutual fund is concerned, there is there is no possibility of fraud. But other bank transactions, of course, you have to be alert. But again, my dear friends, in investment, risk is there. It depends on you how much risk you can take. That is up to you to take a call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Any other question, or we can wind it up?
Sir, there is one question in the chat box regarding
Yeah.
gold investment.
Regarding gold investment.
Instead of physical gold coin, instead of government sovereign bond. I
Yeah,
think Dr. Nandagopal has that query.
Dr. Nandagopal, I have mentioned about the sovereign gold bond, but beyond that, in mutual fund also there are schemes in the where you can invest in gold. Gold ETF funds are there. Normal gold schemes are there. So that option is also available to you. As far as sovereign gold bond is concerned, that is backed by the government of India. It is a government of India scheme. And I have shared the details of those schemes during my session. Yes, any other question? Or Mr. Aniket, we can wind it up.
Okay, sir. So if any other questions are there, you can also use the feedback link which is sent in the chat box. So I'm Aniket Kanarkar and I'm here for the vote of thanks. So first of all, thank you everyone for joining in for this wonderful session. It has been such an honor to be part of this wonderful event that we were part for the an hour ago. So on behalf of OPS RSN College of Arts and Science, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, for guiding us on how one should wisely assess the markets and the need to develop a risk-taking attitude to become financially empowered in today's competitive world, which I personally found this webinar a lot informative and how one should be in this. And this webinar didn't only was not only for one particular segment, but it covered every age gap as it proceeded. And my sincere thanks is also to the program coordinator, Mr. Shahbaz Ahmed, without whom the event wouldn't have been possible. I thank our respected principal, Professor VJ Pisudekar, who graced today's occasion with his fruitful introductory insights and being with us throughout the session. Special thanks to the head of the Department of Political Science, Professor Badruddin, who conceptualized this event for the betterment of aspiring student entrepreneurs and in order to understand how the markets actually work and function. I would also like to thank Mr. Alex Philippe for co-convening today's webinar. And lastly, a big thank you to all the participants who tuned in for today to be part of this lecture, making it a success. Thank you, one and all.
My dear, on my behalf and on behalf of MFI, I am thankful to all of you, particularly your principal, sir, Dr. Badruddin, sir, especially Mr. Alex, Mr. Aniket, all faculty members, all coordinators of and students of this program, and top of it to all the participants to be with us for almost 2 hours. I am thankful to all of you. And of course, a special thank goes to Mr. Sabjar Ahmed for coordinating this event. He is a very passionate coordinator. He works very hard with the organizers and try to get maximum registration. So thank you, Mr. Sabjar, for your efforts. And special thanks again to Dr. Badruddin, sir, for he has been a very passionate teacher and he has been a very passionate campaigner for my programs. Thank you very much, sir. And as I mentioned in the beginning, Dr. Badruddin, sir, I wish to make more and more programs in Goa. And for that, I will need your help to connect us with the other organizations and universities. Mr. Sabjar will be get in touch with you. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.